Okay. Okay. So I had this like big breakthrough this week, and I wanted to share that with you because I've been sharing it with a lot of my other groups because I found it so powerful. And this has to do with more mentality than anything, and and that's why I want to share it with you because even though a lot of you are, in the it works business, some of you aren't. But what I want you to understand is that the mentality part is so crucial for any kind of goal that you set out and and for anything in your life. So, let me find where my thing went. Oh, there it is. Let me pull this up. So, tonight I hope that you get something out of this, and I know that you will because I loved it for me. And some of you might be like, "Oh, I already know all that stuff because you're really smart, and I'm a little bit slower." But that's okay. Let me pull this up. Okay, so when when we think about our goals, we have this outcome that we want, right? And when we start out the goal, we're right here. Can you guys all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we normally start out right here, and we just see like this is the vision that we have. Okay. So right here it's like angels, right? And then the outcome that we want. Okay. And as we go through this, this is what it looks like for most people. They start going, they get really good, and then it's just like this. And then it's lucky if someone gets to get here, right? Like in our minds, it's like, man, they were so lucky. Like I have no idea how they got past all this. This is the way that most people look at anyone who has success, anyone who is like where they want to be or has what they want. This is what they see. They're like, for them, none of this was here. For them, when we look at them, we're like, wow, they just went like this. But what's the truth?
That they're going to hit walls and they have to overcome them. Because there's stuff that we don't see.
They're still like this. So what is it? What is the difference between them and you?
As the way that we see it, or
Well, I mean, like, what's the difference? Like, why is it that they get their outcome and you don't?
because they push through the walls, or they have practice, or they keep going. They learn from their mistakes. Mindset.
It's complete mindset. So, what I want to talk to you tonight about is this mindset that allows you to have these massive breakthroughs, that allows you to move forward. And as I have been practicing this week, and as I have been like, because I noticed that I was doing it, and I was like, holy smokes! Now I see like what's holding me back from being where I want to be, and it's a complete mindset. And so there needs to be this mind shift, this shift to get all the shit out. That's what I call it. And 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 so this was like so huge for me, and and the things that I learned this week were like life changing. And I'm able to make this mind shift really quick, and it's able to help me get back on course And now I just know that where my possibilities are and where I'm going are just so endless that I know that what I want is going to happen. Okay? And what this is I was reading. Now I belong to the LDS church, and so this is, it's Sunday. We'll make it a little bit spiritual, but if it's not something that you connect to, don't worry about it. What I want you to do is look at, what I'm going to be talking about is faith, and you don't have to use the word faith if it doesn't connect with you. If manifestation works, if law of attraction works, whatever it is that fits for you, that whenever you hear me talking about faith and you want to reconnect it with something that connects with you, like use that word. Okay. So I was reading in the what we call the Book of Mormon, and there's these in the beginning of the Book of Mormon. It starts out with a guy named Nephi and his family. Okay, and Nephi is writing this book. It's like his journal, and he just writes an account of his father, who is this prophet who leads his family out of Jerusalem and is leading his family because he's being led by God. And while they're out in the wilderness, Nephi's dad says, "Hey, I need you and your two brothers, your older brothers, Laman and Lemuel, to go back into the city. And there is this king who has some records of our family that I need you to get. The Lord has commanded us that we need these plates, and I need you to go and get them." And they're like, "Okay, so how do we get them?" And Nephi's dad says, "I need you to go get these plates, but I need you to buy them and bribe the king with all of our possessions. So I need you to go back to our house, grab all of our precious things and our materials. I need you to take them to him, like gold and everything you could think of that was high value for them." So they go to this king and they dump all their precious things onto his table and say, "These are some of our most valuable, precious things. What we want in return are the plates and the records that you have of our family. We need them." And he's like, he sees all this gold and all of these precious things, and he's like, yeah, that was a good try, but now I'm going to con you. Now get out. I'm going to keep all of your things. Now get out of here because you're not getting the plates." And he has his guards chase them out of the city. And Laman and Lemuel are these two brothers who were just they really didn't want to leave Jerusalem. They didn't want to follow their father. In fact, they were like reluctant to leave. They were mad at their father for making them leave all their precious things. They were like, life is good. Like, life was good where we were at. Why are you forcing us out? Because you say God talks to you? Like, come on. And so now here they have given all of their precious things to this king. They've lost everything. They're in the wilderness. And they are so mad at Nephi. They're like, "See what you've done? See what we've just lost?" And they begin to beat Nephi. They beat him with a rod. They get like a stick or whatever nearby, and they just start to beat him. Now, then they have this angel come to him. The angel's like, "Hey, do you not know that Nephi is like, in the sight of God, like Nephi is your leader. He is looked above like other than you. Like he's going to be a prophet over you." And Laman and Lemuel are like, "Oh, sorry, we made a mistake. That's my bad." And the angel says, "I need you to go back to the city. If you go back, I will deliver the king into your hand. The God will deliver the king into your hands, and you will get the plates. We need the plates. Go back. I need you to go back." All of them agree. They're like, "Okay, we'll go back." And as soon as the angel is gone, this is what the Laman and Lemuel say. They say, "Now, how is it possible? How is this possible that he's going to be delivered into our hands?" And it says that Laman and Lemuel begin to murmur, and they ask the question, how is the king going to be delivered into our hands? And it's so funny. I've read this scripture many times. And growing up, you just hear about these Laman and Lemuel, and you're like, yeah, they're evil. They're annoying. I'm never going to be like Laman and Lemuel. Like, I'm so much better than Laman and Lemuel. And here's the truth, though, and here's what came, is that, think about this. How often do we say, how is it possible? Whether it's in our head or out loud. How many of you have said that?
I have.
Okay. I know I have. So I want you to consider this. Now, when you're looking at this, it's like, okay, well, what's the point? The point of the story is, how is it possible? In the scriptures, it says that they began to murmur. And this is Christianity worldwide. When people murmured, God didn't deliver. Because when we murmur, we lose faith. We become faithless. When we question, doubt, or fear. Question, doubt, or fear, we become faithless. Instantly. We instantly shift to a mindset of scarcity. And you often wonder why things don't happen. Well, faith for me is believing. Faith for me means, like, no matter what, the word faith, whether religion or not religion, it means to believe.
I know.
And here we are, we're saying, how is it possible? And then we say, no, I believe it can happen. I believe that this can happen. I believe, I have faith. And yet, now here we sit back, how is it even possible? This was mind-blowing to me. It's like a complete mind shift of, holy smokes, no wonder we struggle. No wonder people don't believe anymore. Because they never believed in the first place. They lacked the faith to have what they wanted. They lacked the faith to go and get what they want. So I just invite you, and I invite you to consider these things. Are you questioning? Are you doubting? And do you have fear about where it is that you want to go, what you want, and who you are? Do you question who you are? Do you doubt who you are? Do you have fears about who you are? Because all of these things are simply holding you back. Powerful people only use this. I know. I just know. Powerful people only state knowing. It's 100% confidence, and it's 100% faith driven, is when you just say, I just know. One of your leaders, Amber Parker, this is someone who taught me this very valuable lesson as I listened to her verbiage constantly. This is all she says, I just know. And if any of you listen to Amber, you will find her saying this constantly. Amber's spirit, Amber, deep down, her soul, it is just, I know. It is complete faith-based. I just know. I just know. So I want you all to consider that if you don't know, if you can't say it, if you question, if you doubt, if you fear, you have created a mind of scarcity, of faithless. And to some, that seems harsh, like, I'm not faithless. Well, you might have a little bit, but it shuts on and off, on and off, on and off. But if you can maintain a steady flow with faith for what you want, I can promise you that you will have what you want. It has seriously changed me because I catch myself. And you'd be surprised when you become mindful of it. You will be very surprised at how many times you doubt, how many times you fear. I've noticed it and I'm like, holy smokes, I can't believe how many times I do this. Why don't I just go and take action? Because here is the combination. Oops. Faith plus action equals results. Every time. 100% of the time. That's all that's required. Faith plus action. Faith, when you take action, it means that you have faith, which means you don't question, you don't doubt, and you don't fear. If you can do these things, you will have results. Alicia, what do you hear me saying? What are you getting out of this for you? Alicia, you're on mute. Are you there?
I'm totally listening, but my son has a bloody. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
My son had a bloody nose. No, so with that, basically, if we have faith in something and we move on that action, that's when we're going to be able to see things start happening.
Yeah. So how is this going to help you? How can you benefit from this?
Oh, I don't know. I need to, I don't know. It's definitely something I need to work on. I don't know.
Okay. So this is just something to consider, Alicia, just like looking at it, have like it's an eye opener, I know, like, but if you can understand, like, if you are coming from a place of fear, if you're coming from a place of question or doubt, like, no matter what the past has told you, Alicia, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It absolutely doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant. What is the one thing that holds you back, Alicia?
Probably doubting myself.
Okay, what about it? What do you doubt?
I don't know. I just kind of doubt that I can get to where I want to be as far as, being a single mom and supporting my family and stuff like that.
Okay.
I start doubting that I'm capable of it.
Okay, so what proof do you have of this?
That I'm not capable?
Yeah.
Especially right now that I don't know if it's really proof, but I kind of couldn't handle working and being a mom at the same time, so I kind of quit my job.
Okay. Is it relevant?
Mm, no.
Nope. Because what is it that you want?
To be there for my kids,
So where are you?
with my kids. I didn't really think of it that way.
So here's what I just want you to look at, Alicia, like doubt, capable, want, with kids. Like you have what you want. So what is it that you truly want?
I just need to be able to support them while I'm with them.
Okay, support. So what proof do you have that you can't support?
That I don't have any money.
Okay. But are they surviving?
Yeah, they are.
So is that relevant that you don't have any money for what you want?
For what I want, yeah. I mean, I guess not really, because they have money that I can support them with somewhat.
Okay. Doubt, fear, questioning, it really comes down to, are you willing to do the work or not?
Yeah.
Fear comes from what you're afraid of what others may think of you. That's it.
I think that's probably been my biggest thing lately is about what others think of me, especially my family.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I just want you to consider that like your fears are actually supporting your beliefs. Does that make sense?
does
They're so irrelevant to what you want that they're giving you exactly what you don't want.
okay.
So what I want you to see, Alicia, is that if you just start taking action, if you stopped worrying so much about what others want and started figuring out what it is that you want and started taking action with faith or manifestation, realization, whatever it is that you want to call it, that you would have what you wanted. Make sense?
Does.
Okay, so
Sorry, it's just kind of what I needed to hear today. So
good. So what do you hear me saying?
that I just need to start. I just need to start where I'm at and like you said, with faith and just go from there.
Like, do you know that It Works can save you?
Oh, I totally do. And I've seen it so much. That's why I don't understand why I'm just sitting here.
Doubt and fear. I would say for Alicia, it's fear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear the most. But if you just stop worrying so much about what others thought of you, just you got clear on what you wanted and you just started believing what you know and taking action, you would have it. and you would have this, and you would support more of this belief with the positive belief of, I just know. I know that I get to spend time with my kids and that I support them. I know that's what my future will be. Quality time with the ability to support them as a single mother. Unless
That
you
would
continue
be.
to have more Marilyn Monroe, you won't be a single mother very long.
Mm,
Make sense?
yeah, it does.
So what is it that you need to do moving forward?
I need to just stop worrying about what everybody thinks and just, like you said, just kind of believe in what I know and just start doing things to get me there.
You got it. Do you see what's on my board? What do you think this stands for?
I don't give a. And it's hard because I do, and I don't want to. Just kind of how I was raised.
I know. Well, you're like raised in this judgmental area of like, be this, do that. But let me ask you, are any of those people paying your bills?
No.
Nope. My suggestion to you would be to leave them alone because they are
Yeah.
not paying your bills. The people at church, the people in your community, people on your Facebook, if they're not part of your business, if they're not your customers, they don't believe in you, and they got these judgmental comments and questionings about you. My my invitation to you is just, I don't give a fetch. And I would say that. If someone approached me right now and was like, Matt, blah, 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 I'd be like, listen, you're not paying me. You're not paying my bills. Obviously, you're not my customer. You're not anyone I need to worry about. Thank you for your opinion. Now go F off.
Yeah.
I got a family. Too bad. Get out of here. Not paying my bills. You're none of my business. You can stay broke. The majority of people on Facebook are completely broke. How do I
Mhm.
know that? Because that's who I'm marketing to. It's just a fact. People like to pretend. Be humble, and you should only put out positive and good energy. Well, guess what? If life were like that, we'd all be a lot better. But really, we're all miserable because we're all broke because we're continue to wallow and just be like, just think positive. I'm done with that. I know what I want and I know what it needs to happen. I will be ruthless and relentless till I have it.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Yeah, it totally does. My only hard thing with that is a lot of it is family.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alicia, they're not paying your bills. Like, well, I mean, they could be paying your bills right now, but if you want to continue to make it that way, then you can continue to be the same. You got to do something
Yeah.
different if you want different results.
Okay.
Like, my family's on there and I see them, and I know that half of my family doesn't get it. They just think, oh, Matt's really good at marketing. Okay? It just doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant. Don't give your everyone on this call, do not give your power to anyone else. Do not let people have power over you. Keep your power. Step into your power every single day and hold on to your power and never let anyone or anything take it away. Not your kids, not your parents, not your neighbor, not your leaders. Keep your power. And the way that you keep your power is I don't give a fetch. Flipper, refrigerator, fondue, I don't know. I'm telling you right now, the one thing that people do so easily is they give all their power away. That's why we live in such a weak society. The victim society. So, Alicia, what is it that you want?
I want to be able to kind of just conquer that fear and go forward and be able to support and not care what people are thinking.
I promise you that if you will have what you want, but you have to be willing to step out.
I am. It's hard, but I am.
Every single day, okay?
Hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Diane, what are you getting from this conversation with Alicia for you?
I think a lot that I related into was that there's a lot of things that I don't know what I want. I mean, I kind of have a little vision, and then it just gets overwhelming, so I play small and I go back into my comfort zone. So I think the knowing what you want and then make it happen is the like a big aha for me. Is just getting that clarity of what is it exactly what I want in life and how to make it happen. I know that like I feel like I have the will to do it. I just need to figure out what it is. And then I feel like I'm being pressured by different sides, like family, to be something that they envision me to be, but I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just thinking, as there's those fears of not knowing what's gonna happen. There's not that confidence and that belief of I can do it. It's I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Okay.
Just need to have what I want and move forward.
Yep. So what is it, Diane? What is holding you back? Like really, like what's holding you back?
Money.
And what about it?
I would like enough money to relocate and buy some land somewhere.
Okay. So I mean, like, what does that have to do with like where you are, your current situation, and moving forward?
Well, current situation is just being broke to the point where I'm needing to borrow from family, um, having to get another job. So it's just getting on my feet again, just getting out of debt, becoming financially free, and then working towards saving and then doing what I want.
Okay.
I feel like trapped, like I can't move anywhere.
So what is it? Like, what's holding you back from building the most successful and badass business there is?
Just doing it, taking more action, more consistent action.
Okay. So cool. I mean, like that's nice and fluffy, but like, what is it? Like, what is holding you back?
I don't know. I just sometimes feel like I'm just lazy. Like I just don't do it. um, oh my god. Hey, hey. I would rather go out and play frisbee golf than work. I don't have the right priorities set.
Okay. Okay, you'd rather go play frisbee. So what you'd rather do is do this than to have this.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's kind of weird because it's like it wasn't always like this, you know? It's like everything was going fine and then there was a blip in life and now I'm kind of like in the same routine of doing stuff, but now the money's not coming in. So it's kind of I have to shift my my way of doing things to where the money's starting to come in again. Yep.
Wake up, Diane. Like, that's my best advice to you right now. Like, Moses, like, if Diane was hanging from a cliff right now, I'd be like, wake up. Oh, my
True.
life is falling apart. I don't have any money, and like nothing's happening for me. And like you're hanging from a cliff. I'm like, Dan, it's just a dream. Wake up. You're like, no, no. And I'm like, wake up. No, no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna let go of this cliff. I'm like, Dan,
So true.
open your eyes and wake up. No. All right, I'll just let you hang there. Meanwhile, I'm just up here on this nice, comfy couch, just watching.
Right.
Dan, here's the thing. Frisbee golf, being lazy, being broke, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. Is it what you want?
I enjoy easy. Yes.
Is it what you want?
No, it's not what I want. It's just a short-term thing. It's not long-term at all.
Oops. So, Diane? Oh. Are you willing to pay the price?
Considering my circumstances right now, yes. Oh yeah. I'm going to have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
How old's your daughter?
She turned 4 yesterday.
Happy birthday. Dan, she's 4 years old. Next year, she goes into school.
Yep.
By the time you know it, she's in high school, asking for money.
Yep.
And if you don't start doing something about it now, you're going to be in a panic of, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, how do we do this? How do we do this? And you're going to live out of a place of scarcity and stress and anxiety the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now is the best time, like yesterday was the best time for you to start working on your future. Dan, are you willing to wake up?
Yes.
Like your daughter's right there. Look her in the eyes and ask yourself, am I willing to create a better life for her?
Oh yeah.
Like, are you willing to pay the price? Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Like, think about this. If her life was on the line and you had to pay a certain price, would you go to no ends to do it?
Yeah, I'd do anything possible.
No, you would probably start doing things that other people think that aren't possible.
Right.
That's how crazy I want you to start thinking. Like, I want you to start thinking, if my daughter's life was on the line, I would probably do things that people just thought like was impossible. I'd be that crazy in my mind that that's what I would do. That's who I would be. That people would look at me and they would be like, holy crap, you are out of your mind. I cannot believe you do that. And you'd be like, I know. That is paying the price. And when it comes down to the end, when people are like, how did you do it? And you go back to this picture of, how did you do this? Did you just get lucky? Like, did you just get lucky? And you'd be like, no, it was like this. Every step of the way. I paid a high price. I did things that other people are not willing to do. Like, look at your daughter. Are you willing to do that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Are you willing to give up your frisbee golf to do it?
Yes.
Like, are you willing to wake up, Diane, and just say, like nothing can stop you?
Yes.
And Diane, I'll tell you right now, you will have this resistance pushing back on you every step of the way. And this is where I know has to come in. This is where I know will bash through anything and give you clarity of mind that will allow you to manifest that out into the universe, and the universe will deliver to you, Diane. It will be like, holy crap. The more you gain, the more strength you gain. Like, oftentimes we talk about faith being like a muscle that you have to grow. And I can promise you that if you will be willing to do it, if you will practice growing your faith or manifestation, that will be the most powerful thing to get you through this. And it will be your ultimate tool. Because when you start thinking about how is it possible, I don't think I can do this, I'm too scared to do this, you won't come up with the clarity of mind of other ways of doing it and pushing through it.
That makes sense.
But when it's just, I know, now what is it that I need to do? Those are two different questions. What I need to do compared to how am I going to do this is two different questions. What is certainty? What is, I just need to be told what to do, and as soon as I know, I will do it. How is like, well, how? I don't get it. Two different questions. Two different mindsets. Diane, every morning you wake up and you say, I know. And right now, I can tell you right now, if you are sleeping in, if you aren't getting the warm-up of the day, the core four, you aren't scheduled, you aren't having conversations, I can tell you right now, nothing will change for you. This is me, Diane. Like, for me, I saw, like, the last few weeks, something wasn't going the way. Like, I'm not able to do everything. I'm not functioning properly. So this week, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up at least 5:30 every morning to make sure I can go to the gym by 6. Get all my workouts, get everything done out of the morning, and I'm
Mommy
good to go.
goes, okay.
Like, I have to change something. Something's not working the way that I want it, and I know that if I do that, things will change. Make sense?
Yeah.
Diane, what are you getting out of this conversation for you?
That I need to go in the mindset of just I know that I can get out of the slump that we're in, because every time that I doubt myself, it's just putting myself into scarcity. And then just knowing is just going to get me up in the morning and work for my why and just do the work and pay the price for it. Because I put myself in this position, so I do have to pay the price to get myself out and keep going. And there will be resistance, tons of it.
Yep. You'll be tired. You'll want to quit. And you'll probably panic the first little bit. But I know, and I know, and I know, and I know. I just know making these sacrifices will work.
I know.
Right?
I know that I'm strong. I know I can handle it, and I know what I want when it comes to. I want financial freedom bad. So I need to be willing to do what it takes.
You got it. Don't let anyone stop you. Like, get out. Got it?
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome. Love it. Kirsten, what are you getting out of this conversation for you?
I can relate to things on a lot of different levels. But probably the biggest thing for me, I mean, I work a lot. I'm a nurse, and so I feel like, I mean, I don't necessarily have financial struggles as much, but something is still not working because I'm not happy. And I just think the balance in my life is off because all I do is work. And a lot of it is because I'm training for this new job, and so they are putting me through the ringer right now. And it's been a hard adjustment for me because at first, during the first half of this program, before my life took some turns, it was working, I was happy, and I kind of had I was in a groove, things were going well, and then it seemed like, one thing after another happened, and I kind of it got hard, and I didn't know how to fix it, and so I let my fears get in the way and kind of just got stuck.
Had doubts? Oh. See, I don't have doubts because I can't even spell it. You have doubts and fears, right?
Yep.
And you were starting on these new ventures, and you're like, all of a sudden, like, things started happening, you're like, this isn't working anymore, and then you started to doubt, and then you just wanted to quit.
Exactly.
So, Kirsten, this is what it actually looks like, okay? Here's you. I'm going to give you a little dress. Smiling. Okay, here we go. So here's what the process actually looks like, Kirsten. Is when we set out goals and we start out, we manifest that we have leveled up. Okay? Now I can talk to you because I know that you're religious and that you're part of the church. Okay? This is when everyone says, like, and the gospel, when people are like, yeah, when you decide to, like, or in the mission, you always hear these missionaries come home and they're like, yeah, we had this guy on date for baptism, and then his whole life seemed to, like, fall apart. It was like he lost his job, and then, like, his wife wanted to leave him, and oh man, like, it was a trial of faith. You heard of those stories, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this person is, like, chosen to do something righteous. Why does this happen? Because Satan wants to trial their faith. And the way that it looks like to anything that you do, Kirsten, in life, when you choose to level up, we often think that it just should go like this. But what's the reality, Kirsten?
That there's going to be moments where things aren't going up and they're going down.
Okay. Here's what it really looks like. Should have never gave my iPad to my wife. It's hard to do it on the phone. Okay. Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
So this is what it really looks like. Chaos, chaos, chaos. We level up, there's always going to be chaos at the beginning. And this is what you really saw. Like, when you chose, you declared, Kirsten, that you were going to level up your life. You're going to level up your body, your being, your balance, your business even. Like, you leveled up your job. Like not by coincidence, Kirsten. All about manifestation and faith. That you wanted more. So what did you do?
I went out and tried to get it. I wasn't happy where I was, and so I decided I was going to get a better job.
Boom. And then all of a sudden you were met with chaos. And you can look at it as a trial of faith. Okay? I don't look at it as a trial of faith anymore. I look at it as chaos is good. Here's something for everyone to remember. Chaos allows us to know that we are alive. It lets us know, and it's feedback for us that we are taking consistent action in our life. But more importantly, this is the most powerful concept that you can get to help you relieve stress, anxiety, and fear when chaos arises. And that is that you are alive and experiencing life. Whereas if you chose not to, you would experience sedation. You would become numb. You wouldn't have an experience. Like when you die, it would just be like, it was cool. But think about this, Kirsten. Like, each time you have chaos, you're like, holy crap, I did like this program, and like all of a sudden my life turned like crazy. But I got this like new job, and like I was on this search to find me. And it led me here and here, like this is my journey. It's exciting. You're taking risks. You're changing where you are. Make sense?
Yeah.
Kirsten, what's that?
Nothing. Continue.
So in the church, we often hear that we are sent to this earth for what?
To learn and grow and become better as a person.
Yep. And to experience pain, experience joy, experience sadness and sorrow, and to experience joy and happiness and peace and love. So look at this. You are here living. You're experiencing life. Can you see how powerful that is?
Yeah. It's just hard to find a balance and not let the chaos consume you and use it as an excuse. You know, I'm tired when I come home from work a lot, and so I use that as an excuse to not do my workouts or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So this is where the faith by action. This is where faith by action comes into play, Kirsten. When people say that you're having a trial of faith, it's like this. Are you still willing to do what you said you were going to do? That's the trial of faith. Because oftentimes people are like, yeah, I had a real trial of faith. And here's the thing, is that person will probably have the same experience happen to him again. They'll probably have that same exact thing happen. They'll be like, oh my gosh, like I just had another trial of faith. Like this keeps happening to me. Why? Well, it's because you don't actually have faith. Because you never you never do exactly what you said you were going to do. So you will continue to experience this pain until you decide to change it. Until you decide to finally do something differently. To get out of the chaos, you declare what you want and you continue to move forward. Is this making sense, Kirsten?
Yeah. I mean, I know I can figure out how to make everything work with this new job and find that balance in my life. It's just a matter of doing it.
It's just a matter of doing it. So what is it that you need to do moving forward?
I need to stop making excuses and sit down and really figure out a plan of where I want to go and how I want to accomplish that.
And I think everyone can benefit from this is get clear. Get clear about what you truly want and why you want it. And get fully committed. Like go all in to get what you want. Like 100% committed. Got it, Kirsten?
Yes.
Like I know it's not easy. That's why I spend about an hour and a half and I plan. I plan out my whole week. I stopped thinking that, oh, I can just have it in my head. Because normally that's how it was. And then I noticed that the best weeks are when I have it written down and I just follow it. Best weeks. And I stopped working out of a place of reaction. So this is where you are, Kirsten. You've been trained to do this. Okay? You've been trained to react. What I want you to learn how to do is how to take action. Everything, and this is for everyone, be predictable. That's not going to fit. That says predictable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like being predictable, that's how faith works, is that it's just predictable. I know that if I do this and this and this will happen, this will be my results. Predictable. Alicia, Diane, be predictable in your business. Be predictable. Not reacting. One sure way of strengthening your faith, that's it. Oh. Got it?
Got it.
So, Kirsten, when we get off this call, I want you to write down your entire week in detail.
Okay.
So I haven't gotten mine done yet, but I'm going to show you like a schedule for mine and what I mean by detail. Where's the one? Okay. See, core 4, video text, workout, this is what I'm lifting, conversations, shoot lead pages, clients, all that stuff, okay?
Okay.
Like in my head, I could easily say, well, I already know that this is the time I'm going to work out. I don't need to put that. But writing it down has so much more power,
Okay.
okay? Any questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Kirsten, if you have any questions or you need help with anything, reach out,
Okay.
okay? I'm here for you.
Deal.
Awesome. Okay, Cassie, thanks for joining us.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. I had family from out of town, so I wasn't able to get on earlier.
That's okay. I have it recording. Okay.
Oh.
So, you'll probably want to go back through this and watch it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you need any help or anything? Do you have any questions?
Not that I can really think of right now. I mean, I kind of know the things that I need to work on and do better.
What is it?
How- What was that?
What is it that you need to work on and be better at?
I think just being committed, and I have my ups and downs and stuff like that where
Uh-oh, just lost her. Cassie, we can't hear you. Okay. The awkward silence pause. Okay. All right, Cassie, I think we lost you. Sorry. Okay, you guys, thank you for being on the call. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the 60-Day Evolution. If you can make it, come on Saturday. Saturday is going to be an awesome event because I am going to release a new program. I am going to release some things that are going to be just awesome. And the way that it helps you is if you feel like you've gotten off track, here's why. One is that you may not be clear about what you want. Number two is that if you aren't clear about what you want, two is that you're not holding yourself accountable. There are some things that you might need to change to be more accountable to. And there's certain things that I see that, yeah, I want to add more accountability to my program and how I'm going to do that and what it's going to look like. Okay? And so moving forward with the program and everything that I have released and how effective my next program is going to be is so much more effective for those who want to continue to get results with their body and still have the mind breakthroughs. The biggest thing is that I know that if we evolve our bodies, we evolve our lives. Because I know that if you don't take care of your body, I know that it holds us back in other areas of our life. It holds us back in the kind of relationships that we have, the purpose and the way that we see ourselves, connecting to a higher power. And that higher power could be a God or it could be a higher, better version of ourselves. And it could be our businesses. It could be the way that we treat ourselves and getting paid what we feel like we're worth. There's so many aspects that it starts with our body because our bodies are how we treat ourselves. And when we can evolve our bodies, we can evolve our entire life. So Saturday, the Body Evolution Workshop, your body life transformation or evolution is going to be an awesome workshop because I'm going to go through some of the things that we did our last one, but we're going to be inside a gym and it's going to be a good time, obviously. And I'm going to show you tons of new things and effective things to continue to get results with your body. So if you are in, let me know. There is a discount. And so if you want the discount, message me because you have to do it through me. And Saturday is probably going to be the 10 or 11, depending on what time I can get. But plan on it, and I plan on it being an awesome, awesome event and continue to do a lot of powerful work and moving forward. So any questions to anyone? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, if no one has any questions, then if this is the end of the road for you and you're not continuing coaching or anything like that and you're not doing any other program, then I just want to let you know that I do love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the shout outs and everything that you guys do to support the Pack Evolution. If you ever need help, reach out to me. I'm more than willing to answer questions. I'm not going to give you a program, but I will answer questions. And if you continue to ask me questions, I may ask you to pay me if you continue to do that. But that's not the point. You know what I mean. But if you need support or help, reach out. I want you all to be successful, not just with your body, but with your business. I want you to be successful with life. I want you to have abundant relationships, an abundant life. Know that I love you. I think about you guys all the time and about things that I can do to help you and support you and really create the life you deserve. So I love you. Again, can't say it enough, but I will be in touch, and then let me know if you're planning on coming on Saturday. And then we will talk to you later. We'll see ya.
Thanks, Matt.